Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Pataya Pratihoritam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Muninya Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Ritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Manusantatani Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Namo Astate Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Polala Vindayata Patra Netra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purna Prajwalito Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Tutra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraye Krishnaya Geetamritam Duhe Namaha Sarvopanishado Gavo Dugdha Gopala Nandana Partha Vatsa Sudhir Bhukta Dugdham Geetam Ritam Mahat Vasudevam Sutam Devam Kansa Chanuramaradhanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Bande Jagadguru Bhishma Drona Tata Jayadrata Jala Gandharani Lotpala Shalya Gravati Kripena Bahuni Karnena Vela Kula Aswatama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sotirna Kala Pandavairana Nadi Kaivartakaha Keshava Parashaya Vacha Saroja Mamalam Gitarta Gandhatkatam Nana Kyana Kakesharam Harikata Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Satpatairaha Pepiyamana Muda Bhuyata Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradambasina Sreyasi Mokam Karoti Vachalam Pangung Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam Yam Brahma Varunendra Rutramarita Stunivanti Devya Istave Vedaya Sangha Parakramopanishadai Gayanti Yang Samagaha Dhyana Vastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yang Yogino Yashyantam Navirusura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namo Namaha Devaya Tasmai Namo Namaha. All Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Good morning and welcome to Mandir. Beautiful morning, cool and refreshing, but we have a lot of fog today. It's already late and the sun hasn't come up, but let's do adoration, Surya Narayan, because we could see a glimmer of it, our God. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. You know, we should all have the burning desire to find out our full potential, are limitless possibilities. And one of the questions that we have to delve into is that what keeps us alive? And if we do that, then we have all the supporting materials to give us that information. And this morning I like to bring in Krishna Bhagwan and the Bhagavad Gita and Swami Parameshananda ji, BHARAT SEVASHRAM saying, Lord Shiva, here he is bubbling, coming up from the water. And we want to pay adorations to the 5 elements, the 5 gods, goddesses, earth, water, fire, air, and space. They're all gurus, they're teaching us. Each one of this, nature is teaching us lessons all the time, but we have to be in tune with it. So let's bring in the Guru. Om Dhyana Moolam Guru Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Guru Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. And also Mother Durga. It's a time to worship her. Has taken manifestation and she's actively in this time, more so than ever. Om Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Sadike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostate. Policy Sid Durga Ma Ki Jai. Devotees, morning, I just want to go through and I did some work based on the blessings of one Swamiji, Buddhananda Swamiji, and of course Guru Maharaj. And I spoke about how Swami Purnananda would have started rearranging the Gita, Bhagavad Gita by topic. And I spoke and I showed a genuine interest. And Swamiji said, go ahead, you have my blessings, you have Guru Maharaj's blessings. And I was in Kolkata and I started writing this Gita by topic. We know the Bhagavad Gita has 18 chapters, but I was able to assemble slokas by topic. And the first thing I start out with is the Gita Dhyanam, which we did. And that book is available. It's called Eternal Answers by Swami Parameshananda. And you can get it at Amazon. But I started out, what is God like? And I was able to assemble all the slokas to say, God is number 1, consciousness, that all-pervading consciousness. Number 2, God is the Virat Roop, that only Arjuna saw it. And other, the mother in Gokul, Yashoda Ma, saw it when Krishna Bhagwan, baby Krishna, opened his mouth. She saw that Virat Roop. And then God is individual souls. But really, it's all-pervading, but we say individual souls. But Adi Shankara had it right when he says, there is only one all-pervading consciousness. And the theory of individual soul, he wasn't too keen on it. But anyway, we called, so number 1, consciousness. Number 2, Virat Roop. Number 3, individual soul. Number 4, incarnations. Vishnu Bhagwan and Lord Shiva. And Bhagwan Sri Ram is there, Bhagwan Sri Krishna, the Buddha is there. And then we have the demigods. Krishna Bhagwan would have said in Gita that I am the demigods too, like Mother Saraswati, Mother Lakshmi, and because they're the ones like ambassadors of that consciousness. And then he would have said the 5th thing is I'm the 5 elements and the brilliance in nature. So I am nature and the brilliance in nature. And then I continue to say, how can we get into a relationship with God? Well, we must have faith. Faith in what we eat. That whatever we eat is conducive to our spiritual life. What we eat and drink, not negative or a deterrent. Then faith in our sacrifice. When we do, like now we'll be doing some sacrifices, serving people during the COVID time, helping people. Faith in charity, that we know when we give, then we'll get more in return, and this will help us in our journey to our moksha. And then faith in austerity, that when we do Durga Puja time, we'll be fasting, meaning that we won't stay away from the flesh and that we must have faith in that is conducive to our progress. And then we must be under the guidance of a guru, a spiritual master. And Bharat SEVASHRAM Shang, we're so proud to be so blessed to have him as our guru. And whoever your guru is, you thank them, thank the Lord for that. And then through devotion, we can come into a relationship with God. Devotion, through selfless service, seva, karma yoga, through meditation, and through Lord studying the scriptures. These are all ways that we could get into a relationship with God. And renunciation, and that is part that Swamiji's do that. And everyone, when they reach the last stage or going towards the last stage, brahmacharyam, grihastha, vamprastha, and sannyas, throughout these 4 stages of our lives, we have to go gradually, we have to do some sort of renunciation, meaning let us avoid thoughts that weaken us. You know, when we think of bad things, this is who we are and this is what we'll say and what we'll do. So if we think of good things, this is a form of renunciation of bad thoughts and bad words and actions. That should be a continuous thing. And then what is the signs of a person in relationship with God? And Mother Durga, she is a typical example that when we will say the Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Matri Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. You know, Matri, she's a mother. All ladies, all mothers, you know what we're talking about, that you love for your children, that you can give your life up for your children. That kind of love the mother has for us. She's always there guiding us. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha. Shanti, the mother gives us peace. And we also can get our own peace, that if we continue not to do wrong things. You know, Guru Maharaj would have said, what are real sins? Weakness, fear, cowardice, meanness, and selfishness. These are the things that we have to avoid. Sin is another way of putting it, being in sorrow. That when we have these sinful qualities, then what happens? We'll be in sorrow. And then he would have classified religion. What is religion? Self-sacrifice, self-discipline, adherence to truth, and countenance. So you see, Swami Parameshananda is echoing the same thing in Bhagavad Geeta. And Mother comes and she echoed the same thing. Because why? In the beginning there was perfection. But we have fallen. And every time an incarnation comes, the Christ, the Buddha, the Lord Shiva, Mother Durga, Krishna Bhagwan, Bhagwan Sri Ram, every time they come is to remind us. They just remind us that we have got to stay on that path. And then I continue to say, what are the signs of a person not in relationship with God? Envy, jealousy, hatred, not believing in charity and austerity, that they believe that the human being came from the human of the man and woman, that coupling, that conjugation, that is how we came into existence. They don't think that we come from that consciousness. And then the last chapter I wrote on, what is death, what is after death? And after death, it comes back to the same thing, that if we live a very life based on the scriptures, like the Bhagavad Geeta, then we'll be ascending towards the place where we'll have gone back to where we came from, consciousness, perfection. So devotees, this is a very nice lesson. Our scriptures are so great, and if we follow it, we'll be going to that high stage. Let us pay adoration to Krishna. And jo to mita na chahe जीवन के कृष्ण सबह श्याम बोल बंदे कृष्ण 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 नाम पावन पावन कृष्ण नाम प्यारा प्यारा जो न ढाए कृष्ण कृष्ण नित्य का धर्म क्या माने, चाहे अगर उजियारा जो न बोले कृष्ण, सबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण, सबह शाम बोल बंदे कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण. We think of God morning and afternoon, better yet, all the time, that there should be no separation between mundane life and spiritual life. How do we spiritualize it? By have God thoughts in all the time. We shouldn't be saying, "Oh, I'm too busy." No, you're not too busy to keep God in your mind. With these words, I bring you blessings and hope you have a very beautiful day, and let this wisdom be the one to take of your sorrow and suffering. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.